Hey, this is MATSAN
and welcome to our video.
Hello!
Yeah, so this month we want to update you guys what we actually like to do.
Yes, our favorite.
Our favorite. It's been like how many months that we haven't updated?
4 months.
4 months, of
Over
course.
a quarter.
What is going on with your accent recently?
I'm a bit hybriding.
Hybrid.
Yeah, so
Okay.
as usual, we're gonna tell you what are the recent things that we like to do, the movie and TV series, and also the game that we like. So the first point is about movie or TV series.
Alright, so what is this one?
So obviously we are watching Netflix a lot recently, since I always like crime stories and I watched plenty of them and I introduced him.
And I finally started to watch Netflix because I always just
Skip it.
deny it. Like I don't want to watch this because it's boring, but then after you show me those crime series, it's really exciting and interesting at the same time. So interesting, yeah.
So the first one that I introduced him, which I watched for a second time, but it was a conversation with a killer, the Ted Bundy tapes. Yeah, so it was basically a documentary talking about Ted Bundy, who was one of the most notorious serial killer on the American history, and he is now dead because of the death sentence that he got. Yeah, but it was basically talking about how he did it, how he ran away with it, and how he was captured eventually, and about his mind. What was he thinking? Yeah.
It's a crazy person, I have to say. I heard of him before actually, because I was watching some random YouTube stuff and things like that. But this time I could really experience the actual long story about him, of how he did it, and of who he was, and so on. Yeah, and I have to say, I am so glad he's dead. Yeah, basically, I am just only angry that he wasn't dead for that long, yeah, that he committed so many crimes, to be honest, yeah. This story made me very sad about, of course, those people who died, yeah, really crazy. But at the same time, it's very interesting of him as a person, yeah, that he is very intelligent, very handsome, yeah, and it's crazy, usually when you think of criminal, you think about those destroyed kind of face people, maybe from some low level class and stuff like that. Yeah, of course I don't want to generalize everybody, but that's usually what you think about criminal. Yeah, but this Ted Bundy is something oh my god, this kind of person could do such horrible things. Yeah, and so you want to add something to it?
Yeah, so we recommend you. It's also pretty short, yeah. So if you're kind of new about crime stories, or if you're lacking time, so it is a good start for introduction for you about criminology. Yeah. And this is also a very good lesson. Watching all those crime stories give us the lesson, especially me as a girl, that those stories many times happen to a single woman walking on the street or at night who is not paying much attention of the surrounding and so on. So after watching those stories, I'm more cautious. When I'm at home at night, I do close the window, and when I'm walking froggy alone at night outside, I am very cautious about the surrounding. Yeah, so I think it is bringing you not only fear but also some attention, some good lesson.
Yeah, it's also scary that of what I've seen there, those people basically because those girls, yeah, and they are, you wouldn't even suspect something that can happen there, yeah, and basically just a person walking in the street and got caught, and then they just disappear, and there's no sign of them for so long, and then they, their parents realize, for example, oh, they are dead, basically. It's crazy. Yeah. So
that was the first one, and the second one that we watched was Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel.
This one, I have to say that probably many of you saw on YouTube. There is a video about an Asian girl. I mean, she's Canadian actually, yeah, not Asian. something like kind of like in the elevator doing some very weird movements, like looks like she's on drugs or something, or she sees some ghosts and stuff. And like it's a very creepy video, I think, because I saw this video first long time ago, and I didn't really know, like I was like, oh my god, this is so scary, and that's it, yeah. And now there's like actually on Netflix there's like this release of the whole
investigation or conspiracy as well.
Yeah, stuff about this, and then it explains you everything of what was that exactly, the story of that girl. Also very sad though. Yeah, but very, very interesting. I recommend that for sure.
Yeah, it's also a short one, and
4 episodes.
And it's also very fascinating because they, other than what surprised me actually about this documentary, they not only talk about the case itself, but they also talk about the hotel that this case happened.
Which is creepy as hell.
Yeah, and about the whole surrounding and that whole area in that part of LA that I didn't even know before watching this documentary.
I didn't know
actually.
That too. That part of the city is called Skid Row, as I remember, and it's very messy down there. Like I didn't really know that it is that dangerous there. You know, usually when you think about LA, you have those Hollywood stuff and
fancy
so on, fancy
images about palm tree.
But then, yeah, it's the center of the city, and something like that is going on there. It's crazy.
Yeah. So even as you were checking, if you just check Google Maps and you check this area and you just zoom into the street view, you can really see mess. You know, like mess with the tents and trash.
Many homeless people, and what I've read online also, people say like, it's pretty dangerous there at night. And, no, I'm no one to judge right now because I've never been there. But that's what I saw. That's what I've heard. So.
So it's also a good lesson, you know. Many people, including us, we don't even know that it is existing there in LA. So and it is in downtown. So in any case, that if we are traveling there without knowing it, so we might be, I don't know. It is a high crime rate area as far as that was how it was introduced online. So it's also a good warning and alert for ourselves.
Yes.
And then the next one, which we are still currently watching, is Making a Murderer. And this was the one. This is the one that I firstly watched when I firstly opened Netflix a few years ago. That was the first documentary, first ever documentary that I watched, and I was like, "Hey, this is really interesting." So now I'm watching with him again, and it has 2 seasons. But the case is still open, so there probably will be more seasons. But it's also a documentary and talking about a guy. He is convicted that he killed a girl, but many weird proofs or many weird facts that cannot convince you that did he really do it or he is framed. So. The documentary itself focused a lot to show you the process in the court, how lawyer and the prosecutors are, debating with each other, and show you lots of witness and how they analyze the facts. So it is really interesting, in my opinion, to teach you how it's working in the court.
So you can see that. I have to say that this person was sentenced already. It was, I think, life sentence for something that he hasn't even commit. So he was released after 18 years, and then, as you said, he's again accused. That's the word of killing a woman, and then he actually, spoiler alert, he actually got to the prison again, and then this whole cart is going on. So the whole movie is very long, because it's like literally documentary. Like you see everything is recorded in that cart, and you see those talks and so on. So some people might not like it that much, but for people who are very up to this investigation stuff, I think it's very, very cool to see it. Especially you can learn about those specific words. If you're from abroad, you can learn from the specific words they are using in the cart and how it looks like in US. Very interesting.
So it is very interesting.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that we are watching together. I'm watching some others, but I think it's really fun to watch it together. That we can have some discussion and also give us some more different thoughts, different angles about death sentence, if we're up for it or not, and about this whole justice system, how it is like, of what we see in US and how it is like in Poland, how it is like in Taiwan, and it actually stirred up lots of interesting discussion between us after watching them.
We love to discuss things after we watch something. We are like that, and then it's like, especially when we drink, like we watch those kind of things, and then we have this massive conversation.
Exactly.
It's very interesting.
So moving on to games.
Games.
You first, because you're the gamer.
I am the gamer, but I will just start from the game that I experienced when I was like very young, and the name of that game is Baldur's Gate. And I have to say, like, it's a very old RPG game, and it has like 2 parts. There's Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2. It's like very time consuming, I'd say, and you have to be prepared of very low quality graphics, let's say, like very pixelized, 2-dimension graphics too. And I play it because of nostalgia, and I have never finished the first part, so actually I bought like a full set for for console, and playing that. And I have to say that actually the controlling and so on is very cool, and I will definitely finish it. I'm playing it in English, so it's even more challenging for me, but it's very good. I don't even know if I should recommend this to anybody, only if you are from this generation as me, which is like you are born in 90s, and so when at the age of, let's say, 10 you were playing this game maybe. So then I recommend to come back to it. But for people who are younger, let's say 2000 of the birth date, no, don't do that. Don't bother about that. Sansan cannot stand it. She's getting very bored. It's like walking around. Like, it's very funny because when I'm playing this, she's kind of like repeating what those characters are saying and walking around like here and here, and this is so boring. Can you stop it? But I will be playing that, and that's it. So you have to deal with it.
I know.
But the next one is funny, that game, because it's the game that I bought as a gift for her. I am not up to dance. I was never up to dancing. However, I know she likes it a lot, so I bought her. This is Just Dance. We chose the songs that she likes the most, so we realized that the Just Dance 2020 is the best for her. And she really enjoys this. I have to see that it was a very, very good spending on that game. And I have to say, I also tried once, but
because I forced
there will be more for sure. I tried it. It's fun, especially you don't need any those Kinect or anything. You just can use your phone, and it tracks the way you basically move around, and it's a fun game, more for the party, let's say. Especially there's can be many other players there. So up to, so many people can play it with their phones. The only thing I'm alerted is to not drop my phone, because it's kind of scary.
So I like it. I mean, I don't like to dance in front of other people. I like to just, do the silly move, and that is really nice because, we can just close all the shades and windows and just dance in our little comfort zone without anybody else seeing it. So that is a perfect game for me. Also, it's okay, sometimes we don't really have time to dedicate workout itself.
So then you can do that one.
Because it's super high burning calories activity, super intense cardio, I would call it. So it is fun. We sweat a lot last time. You can play it together with other people, so it's really, really fun. Next thing is the things we like to do.
So recently, what do we like to do? Working out. We've mentioned it in the video before already, that we kind of started to lose weight. We are hoping to lose weight right now. It's a very good activity. I recommend it to everybody.
Give it a try. And on top of that, we are trying to eat healthier.
Oh yes,
that is something.
That is something funny. I will never expect that, but. And even trying to eat vegetarian products is just crazy. We can't deny meat yet, but we are trying to just a little bit better, food for us. Which is funny because right now I see frozen pizza waiting for me to be eaten today, which is not so good. But other than that, we are really trying to keep on having better diet, and this workout recommended. It pumps your endorphins and make you very happy after you finish the workout. Very nice.
Also, I'm very happy to see that on the market. For example, those little sausage, those kapanoski. So you can already buy like a vegetarian version of it. It tastes, I would say, not 100% the same, but it tastes just like another brand, different texture.
It tastes amazing.
And it tastes good.
Similar.
Yeah, and the price is the same or even cheaper, I would say. So really, it's not so costly if you look into it, if you do some small research. You don't even need to do research. Just go to the BioZone in the supermarket and there are lots of options. Yeah, so I am drinking like oatmeal milk.
Oh my god, we are becoming so much like hipster vegans.
Oat milk, soy milk, yeah, and we are trying to eat as least beef, pork, chicken, as less as possible. Just like trying, not like we become vegan or vegetarian, but just your body does feel lighter after that.
Yeah, I have to say, definitely.
Yeah.
And the last thing that we like to do a lot is because finally we completely blocked our garden zone from all the neighbors. Yeah.
Yes.
So we enjoy it so much to just sit there, drink some alcohol, spend time with
alcoholic.
each other.
Every sentence there's an alcohol involved.
Yeah, to spend time with each other or just like literally chill. Especially right now, there's this hot weather. It's very nice. Together with the dog, it's awesome. So that was it. Hope you guys had fun watching our video. We will be making more videos, of course. And see you guys next time.
See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.